I will present what is called a deterministic walk. Well, the very word deterministic means it's all determined in advance. Let's look at a mathematician. I just called mathematician, that's all. He starts from his house, home, and then this is a origin. He has to go to his office, that is the university, let us say. Now, this distance, let's assume that is equal to something like A. Can be 10 units or whatever. Now, he starts from home, reaches the middle. When he reaches the middle, so this is forward movement. He decides to return home. That sure event. There is no option available there. He is just coming back. But then half that way, that means half of this distance, he stops there and decides to go back. Then half this way, which may be somewhere here, he decides to come back. Again, half this distance, so it may be somewhere here now, he decides to go back. He makes this forward and backward movements in this form. Where he will be finally, after a very large number of such steps, where he will be located? That is the question that you are going to analyze. Okay, this being a deterministic situation, I need not have to bring in any probabilistic component. Once he starts from home, half the way he decides to come back, which means that it is already determined. He is decided to come back. But then half the way he decides to go back. So this distance, half of this distance, that will be somewhere, and plus this, that will be the distance from his house. And this process is continued until, for a very large number of steps, where he will be finally settled. That is what you would like to find out. Well, there are several ways of doing it. Difference equation technique, or you can form an infinite series, or whatever there will be. There could be a number of ways of solving it. Now, for convenience, I am going to take this A as equal to 1. So, this will be convenient, otherwise I have to make appropriate transformation, scale change. So, I am going to divide the whole thing by A to make it 1. So, this distance is now 1 unit. So, half the way would mean that this is half mark. I can call it half. So, when he reaches from home, this point, he is coming back. So, half that way means 1/4. 1/4 of half is, half of half is 1/4. So, here he is when he decides to go back. And then this distance is 3/4. Half of 3/4 is 3 by 8. And then take the half of that, that will be, that plus this will be his next location. So, that may be somewhere coming here. That means he just chooses his position in order to find out. Nowadays, I need not have to bother. Half of this located in this interval, we have to just look at. He will be coming there. After moving right, he stops half the way. That means half of this distance he stops and then decides to go back. So, this process is getting continued. Now, in order to solve this problem, I am going to just use some notations. initial position I am going to designate by u sub 0. Then this is going to be equal to 0. Initially he is at home, therefore I call it 0. Then at the end of he now starts from 0 towards this, but half the way he stops. That means I am going to just write that position, that is the return position. This is the forward positions, this is the reverse direction positions. So V1 is going to be, what is that? 1/4, because he comes here, he just reaches here at the end of 1 unit of time. So V1 is half at the end of 1 unit of time, let us say. So his position is here. Then next his position is going to be, it is half this distance. So I am going to call it, that is a second step. I am going to call it u sub 2. That is even numbered steps I am writing here. So that is the forward. Now before taking the forward step, he is at this 1/4, which is equal to 1/2 whole square. Now next is V3, because it is the odd numbered position. So that will be, now he is just leaving that, and then from 1/4 he is going towards this, and I want to just to find out on this which position he decides to come back. So it is a 1/4, this distance is equal to 3/4. Half that would mean half of 3/4, which is equal to 3/8. So he just stops at this point on this one, and then returns this way. So let's assume that half of this is equal to, so 3/4, half of that is 3/8, but 3/8 starting from here is this, and that plus 1/4 I had to add in order to find out the exact location of this point. That means that this point is 1/4 1/4 plus 3/8. That will be this point, which is equal to 2 plus 3, 5/8. So this will be equal to 5/8. So V3 is 5/8, which is obviously equal to 1/2 whole square, which is equal to 1/8, plus what is that? Whatever is remaining. So this is 1/8, so 4/8, which is 1/2, right? 1/2 square plus 1/2. So next position. So this is the position at the end of the third step, at the beginning of the third step. So that is the reverse. So next is U4. That will be equal to, now you know that this is exactly the distance from here to this. So it is 5/8. U4 is now going to be half this distance. Half this distance would mean that half of 5/8, which is equal to 5/16, which is again expanding. What do you have? This is equal to 4/4 plus 1/16. 4 is equal to 1/2. Yes, that's okay. 4/16 plus 1/16. So this is equal to 4/16 would mean that 1/4 plus this is 1/2 cube. See, some pattern is emerging. Beautiful pattern is emerging. So this is 1/2 whole square. So this is 1/2 square, then this is 1/2 whole cube. So this is U4. U4 is therefore 5/16. That means half of this thing. half of this would be 5 by, so it will be, you can notice that 5 by 16 is larger than 1 by 4 because 1 by 4 is 2 by 16, no, 4 by 16, the other is 5 by 16. So, 5 by 16 is, turns out to be to the right of this. So, this is my position at the end of the fourth step. That means he starts the fifth step from here, which is equal to 1 by 2 of 5 by 8, which is equal to 5 by, 5 by 16, 1 by 0, yes, this is a 5 by 16, not a 5 by 8, 5 by 16. So, this is equal to 5 by 32, which you can write as 1 plus 4 by 32, this is equal to 1 by 2 power 5 plus 4 by 32 is 1 by 8, which is 1 by 2 cube, which is 1 by 2 power 5 plus 1 by 2 power 3. Now, the next thing, of course, you can now easily guess what is going to happen. U5, U6, oh, U4, yes, U6. Because you can notice that 0, 2, 4, 6. So, it is, these are all even numbered suffix. These are all V1, V3, V5, next is V7. They are all odd numbered. They are all odd numbers. So, this is U6 is going to be this quantity, which is 5 by 32. Yes. So, what is that? Yes, U6. This is a position, and then that person is starting from here 5 by 32 plus the position here V5 is 5 by 32. Oh, 5 by 32 it is 5 by 32. Oh, that's right. V5. That should be odd numbered things will be here. Odd indexed. Yes. V1, V5, all that. So, U6 is 5 by 32 plus the remaining part, half of 1 minus 5 by 32. Because he is starting from there, moving to this direction, half that way. This means half of this distance, length. He stops there and decides to return. So, U6 is equal to 5 by 32 plus this, which is 5 by 32 plus 1 by 2 of half of, this is a 32 minus 5 is 27 by 32. So, this is 5 by 32 plus 27 by 64. And therefore, this is equal to 5 by 32 means this is 10 by 64 plus 27 by 64. So, this is equal to, why I added this is because I am just looking at the position at the end of the sixth step. Initial step, that is 0. Second step, fourth step, that means where he will be, just to say that. So, 10 by 60, so this is a 37 by 64, which is 32 by 64 plus, what is that I am left with, 4 by 64, no, 4 by 64 plus 1 by 64. Yes, right. Why I just write it? Because I want to get a geometric series. I want to express everything in terms of the geometric series. So, this is equal to, now I am going to write next, I will go here. So, this I am going to simplify, this is equal to 32 by 64 is 1 by 2 plus this is what is that 4 by 64 which is equal to 1 by 16 which is equal to 1 by 2 cube plus the other is 1 by 2 power 5, right? Yes. No, this is this is 4 power 4, right? Because 1 by 16, 1 by 16, 2 into 2, 4 into 2, 8 into 2. And this is therefore 1 by 2 power. I think this should be then 1 by 2 square. Somewhere I might have missed something. Anyway, this is equal to 1 by 2 power 5. 2 into 2 into 2. Yes. So this is a situation. Now the next step, it is, so now U6 is the position somewhere located here, could be to the right of this 5 by 8. For example, here, let us say, I have to just exactly calculate this. And then what happens, he stops there. And then half this distance, which is half of this. So V7, that is half of this U6. I'll just write hereafter this one. Instead of writing very large expressions, I can just look for this one. So this is equal to 32 by 64 into half. So that is 32 by 128 plus this is 4 by 128 plus the other is 1 by 128. So now I am going to write the even numbered, the forward, odd numbered, and here the even numbered. So U6, V7, now U8, eighth step, it's going to be, so this is a V7, so this quantity plus, which you can simplify, this is a 1 by 4, right? Yes. Plus this is a 4 by 128, which is in fact something something more than that. Sorry, it is smaller than that. So that is 32, 1 by 32 plus this is 1 by 128, which is 1 by 2 square, 1 by 2 square, 1 by 2 power 5, 1 by 2 power 7. So it just goes like that. So use 8 will be that quantity, this position minus whatever is remaining. So 1 minus that will be U8. So U8 will be this quantity plus. I will write V7 plus 1 minus half of 1 minus V7. See, this is essentially the expression. In general, I can just write certain things. So this is U8. So you can notice that then V9 is going to be half VU8. So that is therefore a connection, very simple connection that we have already got. So this is equal to essentially what is that? Half, and then this is half of V7 minus, and this is V7, so plus half of V7. So that means that it is half into 1 plus half into 1 plus V7. This is the thing. So I need just to substitute that value here. So just proceed like that. So V9 is half of VU8, and therefore that is half of this thing. That means it is a 1 by 4th of 1 plus V7. So instead of that I can just write, so this is a interestingly, you can notice that this is a difference equation of a order you can call 2 because the difference between 9 and 7 is 2. Here this is a difference equation of order 1. I need just to consider just one difference equation. That will, because there is a connection between the even numbered position and odd numbered position. So that would be rather very simple. In general, I can write 2 times n, where n equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. So even numbered position, so that will be half of 1 plus v, what is that? 1 less than this quantity, that is 2n minus 1. This means that I will be able to get this from this one. This is a general situation. And if I look at this one, v2n plus 1, that is what we have. And say u8 is this, and v9 is half u8. So this is, the general formula is 1 by 2 of u2n, right? Yes, just the immediately preceding one. So if I know, for example, u2n for n values, then you will get this one, u2n, v2n plus 1. Or reverse direction, if I know the position at the end of an even numbered step, immediately I can get the position at the end of an odd numbered step. Then I can get the position at the end of the next even numbered step, because it is u2n. That position is going to be this, equal to half of 1 plus v2n, v2n minus 1, and v2n plus 1, that is the next even number, odd numbered position is going to be half of this odd numbered position. This is the general formula that you get. Any one would be sufficient, that will just settle the whole problem. So I want to find out what will happen, for example, as n goes to infinity to this. Limit as n goes to infinity, what is u sub 2n. This is limit as n goes to infinity, limit of this one, half of 1 plus v2n minus 1. So, but then this term does not contain n, and therefore I can just write this as half plus limit as n goes to infinity, half of, so half that I can take outside again, v2n minus 1. The position at the end of an even numbered step as n goes to infinity, or n goes to infinity. So n goes to infinity, what is happening? So here again I can write the same thing, limit as n goes to infinity u2n. Where did I write u2n? That is equal to half. Oh, that is what I am just writing here. That's all. No problem. I thought I have just committed a blunder. Anyway, this is what is happening. So then, if we know v2n minus 1, which I have got the expression, v2n, the values will be are available there. So this will be something like half plus, you can see that that will be giving us this v2n minus 1. It will be something like half square plus half cube, or maybe it should be power 4 plus half power 6 plus so on. You can see that the way we have written, say for example, this is half whole square, half whole power 5, perhaps I can take a half outside and do something. No problem. There is conceptually no mistake, but what I wrote, there could be very minor error. I do not roll it out. I didn't write to check, I didn't try to check it earlier, but this is then equal to half plus, this is a geometric series, the rest of the things. This is with a geometric series with the common ratio 1 by 2 square. So that multiplied by 1, then plus 1 minus, because this is all sum, 1 minus 1 by the common ratio is 1 by 2 square power n as n goes to infinity. Limit as n goes to infinity of this quantity, which is equal to half plus half whole square. Then this thing as n this divided by, this is a 1 by 1 minus, what is the common ratio? 1 by 2 square, yeah. That I forgot to write, because that is the sum of that geometric series. So this is equal to, as n goes to infinity, what will happen? So this is going to be 0, 1 by 2 whole square whole power n, something of that form. So what you can think of is essentially this, what you have is finally what you get in the denominator. So 1 by 1 minus 1 by 4, which is therefore equal to 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 square, that is 1 by 4, into 1 minus 1 by 1 minus, this is a 3 by 4, 3 by 4. What is that? This is equal to 1 by 2 plus, this is a 3, 4 and 4 cancelling. There should be something that I have missed somewhere. It should be only 1 by 3. Yes, that's right, 1 by 3. This is what you get. So that is, what is that going to be? This is equal to 2 into 6 in the denominator. I have in the numerator therefore 3 plus 1, which is equal to 4 by 6. I am right. Somehow it worked out correctly. I thought I would go somewhere wrong. So this is equal to 2 by 3. What does it mean? In the long run, that means when you take a very large number of steps, at the end of a very large number of even numbered steps, he will be at the position 2 by 3. And therefore, at the end of an odd numbered step, when that number of steps is going to infinity, his position is going to be limit as n goes to infinity, v2n plus 1 equal to limit as n goes to infinity, half of u2n, and u2n is equal to as n goes to infinity, because half after all it is independent of this n. I can take this limit inside. So this is a 2 by 3, limit as n goes to infinity of u2n is 2 by 3. So this is equal to 1 by 3. Really very nice. So in the long run, at the end of every even numbered step, he will be at 2 by 3, and at the end of every odd numbered step, he will be at 1 by 3. That means he will neither reach home nor the office nor the university. He will be just making a walk between 1 by 3 and 2 by 3. Now I can justify this. This is what is called the fixed points of this particular problem. That 2 points at the end of a odd numbered step, when n is very large, he is going to be here. At the end of even numbered step, when n is very large, number of steps is very large, allows to be very large, it is going to be 2 by 3. And there is no other thing. Neither he goes this way, nor he comes this way. Now I am going to just see how correct the answer is. Very simple check. For example, what is this distance? This is 2 by 3. This distance is 2 by 3. What is half of that? 1 by 3. That means 1 by 3 is a position. What is this distance? Which is again 2 by 3. Half of that is 1 by 3. 1 by 3 plus 1 by 3 is 2 by 3. So we have justified the answer. Therefore, this analytical proof is justified, rather verified by simple logic. So the answer is the person will be at the position 1 by 3 at the end of every odd numbered step when the number of steps goes to infinity is very large. At the end of every even numbered step, he will be at the position 2 by 3 when n is very large. So this is the answer that is getting, and these are referred to as the fixed points of this problem. Now, there is no restriction that he should start from home and go to the office. He can start anywhere starting from here, including 1 by 3. Still the answer is the same. There will not be any difference. So he can choose any point between 0 and 1 by 3 to start. He need not start from home. Still you have this answer as 1 by 3 and 2 by 3. So thank you for the patient listening.